What's up, everybody? You got the car man. We just did a video on this 171 system to lean and finding a vacuum leak, but now we've got to show you how to change the PCV valve, which can cause this problem. Meanwhile, anything we're using can be found on our description list, as we are an Amazon affiliate and we advise you to shop till you can drop. Everything helps. Meanwhile, I am broadcasting. I'm pulling this up while I'm doing that. I am broadcasting daily on Instagram, so I appreciate the follow on Instagram. Just getting out blowing off this week. And looking forward to having a lot of my YouTube fam over there. I'm going to live data now. And my goal, as usual, is to get you a way to inform you and usable information that can save your family some money. I'm reading the PID. Okay, here we go. So, a second ago, it was acting kind of normal. Yesterday, not so much. Fuel trim is now minus 13. That is a huge vacuum leak. Now, I've already tested, you can see in the other video where I tested the vacuum. If we do have a vacuum leak, right there, that should be close to zero, going a little above it, a little below it. This is a huge vacuum leak. So, no further ado, let me get over here and show you how we're going to do this. Alright, hang on guys, we're going under the hood. Alright, so to change this PCV valve, PCV stands for positive crankcase ventilation, you'll have to access the top part of the engine, or should I say the valve cover. This has a 10mm bolt. Obviously you know how to take that off. And then you got to identify where it's at. And here we go on this particular one. This is a 2002 Corolla. This is going to be same on the Celica. And there is one more that has the 1.8. Anyway, all Toyotas are somewhere on the valve cover. And it's this little guy right here. You can just kind of squeeze that if you want. And then you're going to need to decide the size. There's two different sizes. There's a 16mm thread and a 3/8mm thread. Give you a side-by-side profile here. And what happens is, at idle, this is supposed to be shut. You can hear it kind of clicking. And what happens is it'll either stick open or close, depending on what your problem is. My guess on this one is it's probably stuck open, and it's allowing too much air inside of the intake. As you see, it goes straight from here. If you follow the hose, it goes straight into the bottom of the intake. Kind of see where my other finger's at. You see the intake right here. So if it's stuck open, it's a straight line to it. My guess, that's exactly what we got going on. So let's see what we got here. You can just usually take your hand. Alright, hang on, let me put this on pause for a second. Okay, if it's a 3/8 model, I just went ahead and slid the hose off, guys. If it's a 3/8 model, it's going to require a 22mm socket. And if it's the 16mm thread, it's going to require a 20mm socket. I don't really get the difference or why there's two different ones. It could be just an engine thing, like one was a later build or something like that. Maybe somebody's watching this, they can throw that information in there. Greatly appreciate it for those of us that care. Most of us don't, but whatever. So, let's go with the 22mm, guys. What do y'all think? Let's see if that'll fit it. Yeah, that's going to fit it just fine. I'm going to go ahead and put a ratchet on that bad boy and pop her loose. Alright, sit tight for 1 second. Pull back off of here, alright. Okay guys, let's see if I can keep you... I'm going to try to stay out of this camera picture. Pretty easy. I mean, she's on there pretty good, but she'll break loose. As far as torque on this, I'm sure there's a torque, but remember, this is just aluminum you're dealing with. Oh, so let's take a look at this bad boy. Ugh. She's looking pretty rough. So let's see what we got here. Let me back this bad boy up. Trying to get you guys back in focus here. You can actually see this stupid thing. So she looks pretty blasted. I mean, you can just tell. It's still got just a little bit of movement, but nothing like what we got. And just to verify, you can take a look. And this is the 3/8 one, and that's the 3/8 one, which I will have links for both of them down in the Amazon once again. Oops. Definitely the same. It's kind of gooey looking, but it definitely looks the same. Now let's see, compare it to the 16mm, because I went ahead and bought both of them. I think it's so goofy. Man, she's hard to tell. I'm going with the 3/8. Okay. Plus the 3/8, they look the same. So, alright. We'll see if that fits real quick. So let's see what we got going on over here. I want to show you inside of this PCV hole. See the valve cover. I can't believe I can't actually see it. There we go. That's as close as I can get it, guys. You see it right here, kind of in the center. And what we're going to try to do is see if this right here will fit in there. To me, just from eyeballing it, it does look like the 3/8. We shall definitely see. Yeah, she's going on in there, so no problem. And you know, guys, the PCV valve kills more engines than dirty oil. Because I'm going to tell you what this thing does. It lets all that raw fuel, and it just causes so much gunk and buildup. It's going to be tight as I can get her right there. So, as far as gas mileage, a few extra horsepower, PCV valve is where it's got to go, because that's how your engine breathes, and that's how it gets rid of the bad extra gas that isn't burning off when the car's going through the ignition process. There's always a little extra gas, and this right here basically allows it to suck it clean at wide open throttle. So you hit the gas, and whatever it's not burning, it just sucks it back through, throws it into the intake, and then the intake gets a chance to re-burn it, which saves you a lot on fuel. It keeps your engine cleaner and gets you better gas mileage, and like I said, it keeps your valves from getting all cruddy and all that good stuff. Alright, so let's get the trying to find my little, there it is. If you guys can see that or not, but pretty simple repair. Alright, so that's how you put a PCV valve inside of a Toyota Corolla. Now here's the real question. Did it actually work to fix our problem? Only one way to find out.